In today's episode, Gem Bang truly happens, but sometimes when there's just not enough packages for sale to fulfill my needs and desires, I get a little bit crazy over in the gems department. And, today, so many gems that at one point, the game actually asked me, am I sure I want to do this? Yes, I am sure. We will have over 44,000 gems today and spend most of them on a ton of different upgrades before this episode is complete. What is going on, fellow fans of Clash of Clans? It is your host, Galadon, and man, that thing is huge. Peter, stop. I'm trying to do a video here.
What is it? That's much bigger when it's in your face.
That's what... Peter, just go.
Galadon.
Go. Today's episode is brought to you by Raid Shadow Legends, one of the most ambitious RPG projects of 2019, and it's just been released. It is one of the most immersive experiences you will find on a smartphone, and it's completely free. Amazing storyline, awesome 3D graphics, giant boss fights, PvP battles, and hundreds of champions to collect and customize. Raid's special launch tournament is happening right now and it's getting huge, so go down to the description and download only through my link and you get 50,000 silver immediately. And here's the coolest part, you'll automatically be entered into a special launch tournament where you can compete with me and other players for in-game prizes and physical prize packs with collector's edition figures, power banks, t-shirts, and more. And the winners get them delivered straight to their house. Good luck, and I will see you there. What is going on, friends, Galafam members, and of course, fellow fans of Clash of Clans? It is your host, Galadon. So excited to be here for another episode of Fix That Terrible Rushed Town Hall 12. But today, check out the gems right now. A meager 2,153 gems. We start with buying, of course, packages because they showed up. And, you know what, though? I'm starting to get a little suspicious because I feel like they're showing up more and more often. Is there a trend that we sense here? Do I seem gullible? Do I seem like I'll buy anything? Okay, it's true. I will. But okay, so we buy those, and then, of course, yes, today I promised Gem Bang. It is happening right here. So don't anticipate the mukbang. Is that how you say it? Mukbang? No, it's Gem Bang. Same basic theory, but this way it doesn't cost you anything. The services are free as we drop. Today it's going to be 300 bucks. So 42,000 gems. And notice that they want you to make sure you know what you're doing. You have to type in confirm and spell it correctly in order to spend another 100 bucks. So that is 28,000 gems added to the tally. And then we're not done quite yet. We're going to go to 42K gems today. And there's a very specific purpose I have behind these gems. And I am going to violate one of my major rules where I say that I'm trying not to buy resources with gems. And the reason I'm doing that is actually to benefit others, okay? So we're not being selfish. I know that sounds funny, but I'm actually serious. So what we're doing is we are upgrading P.E.K.K.A.s and we are upgrading ice golems to a very specific point. Now, we don't need to max them out because the two clans both only need to get the Ice Golem to level 3 and the P.E.K.K.A. to level 6. So now we've got those, we can donate because that seems to be the most frequent request. And then, of course, the workshop has to be upgraded all the way up to level 3. And yes, you are seeing me spend gems on resources, but we're just trying to get this done quickly. Now, I think at the time, I thought, okay, we need to upgrade the siege machines. And I didn't really give this much thought. So unfortunately, just ignore what Galadon's about to do here as he decides that maybe he should upgrade to... Oh, you know what? Actually, this is okay. I did this. You know why I did this? Because I want to be able to provide them for myself. Okay, so I don't obviously get double upgraded siege machines. I need to provide them for myself as I make them. And to have that choice, I think that helps out a lot. So now we've got maxed out Stone Slammers, Wall Wreckers, Balloons, E-Dragons. Now, of course, got to get the healers up there because we are going to be running today, specifically, Queen Charge Miner. So using the Queen usually to create a funnel, maybe to get after the Town Hall, Eagle Artillery, whatever it might be. So I realized I could do it with a lower level heal spell, but why? When we've got gems banging away. And oh, speaking of, let's, just as long as we're here, I sometimes it's hard for me to stop, okay? Then there's nobody around to stop me from doing this, and we're just going to max out Hog Riders to level 9. And the reason being is because this episode, miner farming, next episode, Hog Rider farming. That's right, we're going to break out the hogs and their magical hammers and see what kind of damage we can do. Also, I squeezed in a free spell upgrade there as well, and RIP about 30k gems. Okay, but we're not done. We upgraded the Inferno Tower, so you can see, even though we're upgrading a lot of other stuff, we are continuing to focus on the trollage. We are going to work to get all of those Teslas maxed out. But you know what? I've had enough of these puny level 5 walls, so we went ahead and decided to start working our way towards at least level 7. I feel like at least level 7 walls would be nice. We did a bunch till we were just about broke, and then on to, here it comes, the very first use of miners in farming that I've ever tried. And now, of course, I have some experience with Queen Charge Miner on my main account, so maybe I had a little bit of an easy start to doing this, because you know, it really comes down to just a couple of things. If you're charging the queen and you want to get her to get great value, so you need to successfully funnel her. Notice the E-Dragon taking out the queen right here on the left-hand side. That was just kind of a bonus. You know, more I was focused on getting the queen in after the king, the Eagle Artillery, but the Archer Queen just gets annihilated by my E-Dragon, and then everybody moves in. Again, keeping the queen alive, getting value from her charge, getting an effective funnel started is going to be really key right here. And then, of course, dealing with the Clan Castle troops. Sometimes I do forget to do that. Also, it's a little bit easier with these slightly lower level bases. You can make mistakes like have your healers get blasted by an air defense and still get away with it. As you can see, we are in after the core, and it won't be long. The Archer Queen is going to get that Eagle Artillery out of the way. And of course, you always want to try, if possible, to get the Eagle down with the Queen Charge before you drop your miners. But even better is to get the Eagle down before you drop your Barb King. Because the Barb King will activate that Eagle Artillery, that will be enough troop space that has been deployed, and usually the Barb King will get hammered by the Eagle. And the longer you can get your king to live, the better the funnel is going to be, because you usually want him traveling down one side of the base. So here come the miners, and I don't know why I didn't drop the king first, but maybe about that same time. So there's the king. And notice he picks up the archer tower and the cannon right there at the top about 11 o'clock on this base. That's going to help the miners take less damage on their way in. The Eagle only got one set of strikes, and it is out of the way. And then miners moving in against single target Infernos. It's kind of a joke. I mean, they don't even blink. If we lose one miner to each, that is not a big deal. Then it comes down to accurate heal spell placement and timing, of course, and then Warden ability, trying not to overlap the Warden ability over the heal spells, trying to get maximum value out of each, because it's kind of like using a Queen ability and freezing something nearby. You want to try to stagger those as best as possible, and I'll admit, that is probably one of the weakest points of my attacks, is getting the heal spell timing just right. I don't think that I think I'm being too conservative, actually. I don't think I'm being risky enough. I should be waiting for the miners to take a little more damage, and then obviously looking for them to path into things like wizard towers, giant bombs, and inferno towers set to multi. Those would be the key times that you really need to have a heal spell down. Obviously, a base like this, a little bit of a softer target. We don't need maxed out heroes, and we pick up the 3-star, but more importantly, we pick up, with the loot bonus, nearly 2 million in resources. So that feels good. That's like 1.7 or so, plus about 70-something hundred Dark Elixir. So let's take a look real quick at the Queen Charge Miner army. And surprisingly, it turns out that it's only a little bit more expensive in Elixir than my dragons, loons, and minions were. So you can see it's like 24,000 Elixir more expensive, and it's actually like 70 Dark Elixir cheaper. So, you know, it's not that bad of an army, but really the value out of a miner farming army is the fact that mass miners are the single fastest training farming army. And when I say mass miners, I mean you're not bringing healers, you're not bringing an Electro Dragon like I am. Now this base, you'll notice the loot not that impressive, but But this base got me thinking, I took this as a challenge. Okay, this guy really isolated his core, his Dark Elixir, and the Town Hall. So I thought, you know what? Let's just see. Let's see if I can get a proper funnel going, or at least clear, like from 12 o'clock to 3 o'clock. If I can clear all the way down from 12 to 3 or from 12 to 9. You just think of the top of the base and either all the way down to the left, all the way down to the right. Then you'll have a path that the miners will take. Check out the E-Dragon just obliterating everything in its path. And now it looks like the 12 o'clock to 3 o'clock position is going to be the way to go. Right here, we lose the E-Dragon. The Archer Queen just barely is alive. No. Man, I missed the Queen's ability like a bonehead, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Check out what happens next. That's right, it's a P.E.K.K.A charge, a P.E.K.K.A walk, as the P.E.K.K.A continues down the left-hand side, and I send in the Barb King, and he's going to clear down on the right-hand side. So, a huge mistake right there to miss the Queen's ability. Absolutely elementary clash. Now, I try to send in these wizards to help save those healers. Probably not going to be effective. Obviously, the Inferno Tower is right there. But notice, the funnel pretty much complete. So the miners, testing 1 or 2, we see that after I dropped 1 or 2, I saw where they were targeting. I dropped every other miner, and they went straight to the core right after the Town Hall, the Inferno Towers. Obviously, there's a lot of high-powered defenses in there, so I went ahead and dropped a rage, dropped a heal. The Warden caught up, he used his ability, and it worked. It worked beautifully, better than I anticipated, and not really so much focused on the 3-star, wasn't focused on the loot. It was just a personal challenge. Can I get these miners in after what is a pretty well-protected, isolated ring base? And sure enough, it worked, and his Christmas tree didn't help him either. So yeah, not the 3-star. The miner's going to go through and take a little bit more loot, but I'm having a blast. I'm having a lot of fun with miners. And here's the thing, whenever you're using an army like this, especially with a Queen charge, it is going to get you practice. It is going to get you more proficient at doing a Queen charge or a Queen walk, at keeping her alive, at knowing where she needs to get in, and just seeing her behavior. Even if you make mistakes, you'll gradually over time kind of pick up as to why she behaved the way she did and why things went wrong. And hey, that's how we practice. That's how we get better. And that's how we become a little bit less of a noob over time. All right, so it's the end of the episode. It is time for the status report. Big money going out today. So today we spent $317.97, which brought us to a big total, $848.67. Man, time spent, we are almost a full day, 23 hours and 45 minutes. And of course, we've got goals for future episodes. I want more big wall upgrades. And then finally, the Archer Queen 40th birthday party is coming soon. We'll get her to level 40. As always, thank you guys for watching these episodes. Make sure if you like this series to leave a like, of course, subscribe, turn on notifications, and more importantly, have a fantastic best of the rest of your day. Get out there, be kind to people, be kind to animals, be easy on the planet, and I hope to see every last one of you back here again tomorrow for more Full Attacks.
Galadon, that wasn't a gem bang, that was more of a gem booth. I want to see 1,000,000 gems.